Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all the honor, the praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Machakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations to the elect, scattered abroad. This is the brother Barbazal. Here with a lesson, and Lord willing, is edifying. So, today I just gotta, through the spirit, gotta, quick, to the point, type of lesson. This lesson will be entitled, Salvation is Only for Israel. Alright? And, we go into this topic, time and time again, but, it's good to go into it. A brother out there teaching, new brothers, want to know a few scriptures, the breakdown on how the Lord is dealing with the Israelites. All right. It's good to get into it. So this is the book of Romans 9:1. It says, I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. All right, and you see that the Lord Yahushua, he says my kinsmen through the flesh. All right, and we know that, of course, Yahushua is an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. And even King David, King David was actually one of Yahushua's forefathers. All right, and in this text, Yahushua, it was going into Yahushua, all right, in his lineage, all right, which goes back to the nation of Israel. All right. Verse 4 says, who are Israelites, all right? So it says, kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites. So you have to be an Israelite, all right? The bloodline, all right? If your seed line goes back to Israelite, then you are Israelite, meaning you are who your father is, okay? It says, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises. So hold on, this is very specific. This is who is given the covenants, all right? The adoption, who is given the promises, all right? It was the nation of Israel, all right? The promise was given from Abraham down to Isaac, down to Jacob. All right. And then it was, of course, we know that, Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes, right? The 12 tribes of Israel. All right. Jacob had 12 sons. All right. Making up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. And we going to get that into, because it got to be understood that, if the Lord only gave the law to the Israelites, why would salvation pertain to the other nations? All right? If the Lord only gave his promise to a certain bloodline, a certain lineage, all right, it's not for the other nations. All right? The scriptures go in again and again that, the other nations, they got to go into slavery. All right. These other nations weren't chosen. All right. The nation of Israel is a chosen people. Yashar Allah going into prince of the power. The Israelites are the princes of the power. All right. The heathen nations wasn't given the covenants, wasn't given the commandments. All right. And we can get the book of Ephesians, start in 2 and 10. It says, For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai unto good works, which Yahweh foreordained that we should walk in them. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands. All right, so what is this going into? All right, so when you go into a Gentile, like what a Gentile truly is, all right, it's just an Israelite who was born taking the customs of a heathen. Now for example, we will all be Gentiles nowadays, because we were born in America, all right, born into the customs of this Western culture, thinking it's right, all right, going into it, all right, we had no clue who we were as a people, okay? That's going into the uncircumcision, all right? And it's a clear difference, all right? You had certain Israelites who were Hellenized, all right? Going to that Greek word Hellenistas, all right? Now, when it goes into an Israelite, just being a Greek, it was just an Israelite who was born in that land, okay? An Israelite, would be a Greek, a citizen of that country because he was born there. Same thing with Paul, all right? Paul was born in Rome, so he would technically be a Roman, but he's really an Israelite, all right? For example, the so-called white man and the so-called black man, we'd all agree that they're not the same people, right? However, technically, people will consider both Americans, a so-called white man and a so-called black man born in America. They would be called Americans, okay? So that was the difference, all right? It's not talk about the heathens, all right? No, it's talk about Israelites who fell away, all right? Fell away and fell away from the customs, the traditions, all right? From keeping the law, all right? That's who the Gentiles are speaking of in the New Testament, okay? It says that at verse 12, that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope without Yahweh in the world, because of course we need Yahweh Shai, all right? Yahweh Shai, he made that sacrifice on the cross, of course, for the whole nation. But for right now, the Lord is only dealing with the elect. The whole nation will come back through the loins of the elect. Okay? So being aliens, all right? Alienated, all right? It was a certain point in time where, the Lord basically turned his backs on us, left us in captivity, left us to worship these certain false idols and catch judgment, be punished, be in captivity for a certain period of time, because it was our punishment, for going off constantly. Okay? So Yahweh Shai, was the is now the mediator to the Father. All right? Yahweh Shai, his sacrifice was a way for the Israelites to be grafted back in, all right, to the promise that Yahweh Shai, or that the Lord made to Abraham, going down to Isaac and Jacob. Okay. This is Psalms 147 and 19. It says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. You see? So his law, his statutes, his judgments was only for the Israelites. It's not for the Hamites. All right, it's not for the Edomites. All right, Moab, Ammon. No, it's strictly for the Israelites. Which the Israelites today are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Okay. So the Lord hasn't dealt so with any other nation. The Lord goes into, in Deuteronomy the 7th and 4th verse, above all nations, the Israelites being the face of the earth. Okay. But that's pretty much the point, just a quick few precepts, going into the Lord only dealing with the Israelites only being able to obtain salvation. So with that, I'd like to give all the honor, the praise, and the glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua Bahashem, Ochakodash. Shalom.